You ever feel like you're stuck in a loop? Yeah, that's your core trauma talking. Let's unpack it together. Hi, I'm Sage in Spirit, second level esoteric spiritual teacher. Basically, I help you self initiate so that you don't have to spend 10 plus months in the Alps thinking that you're a Buddhist monk. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because that's where the teachings come from. But, anyways, let's unpack this. I am telling you right now, your core trauma stems from one, multiple, or all of your chakras, your energetic systems. Let's get started on number one, which is fear plus guilt. So how we know we are experiencing this root chakra blockage trauma is when we experience things like guilt, when we experience things like OCD, control, restriction issues, survival instability. Very much classic, never had a solid, reliable childhood through your parents. And the worst part about having this specific blockage is when you enter into adulthood, you don't know who you are. You end up self-sabotaging, quite literally, all of your relationships, whether platonic or romantic. Second core trauma is shame. That's your sacral chakra. That shows up through numbing and addictions. So drugs, alcohol, corn, codependency, and binging. And as a child, oh my god, I want that so bad. I want what this other kid has from school, or this kid that I met on the playground. I want that toy so bad. It's smacked out of your hand, and you're made to feel like shit for wanting something. The third is anxiety. That is the solar plexus chakra. This shows up as anxiety and intrusive thoughts. Things that you don't act on, but things that eat away at you inside, mentally. In childhood, this shows up as powerlessness, so not having leverage in a situation, especially if there is physical abuse involved. Not being able to leave that environment in a way that an adult has the choice to. And the fourth is grief. That is the heart chakra. That shows up as depression and bipolar lows, so the very low vibrational vibes. If your dad told you that he was running out for milk and cigarettes and he never came back and you experienced abandonment and betrayal, that is the fourth core trauma. Fifth core trauma is envy. That shows up in multiple centers, so in the heart, solar, and sacral. If you have a fear of being perceived or a fear of judgment in your adult life, then this is exactly what you're experiencing. And as a child, jealousy, silenced truth, feeling as if you had to walk on eggshells and you couldn't speak your mind at any given point in a safe, healthy, welcoming, warm environment. Sixth core trauma is a Sanskrit word called Anya. That's the third eye chakra, the one that you never want to voluntarily, happily, willingly open before you've done any previous work to. At least if you want to avoid the psych ward. That's the first time that you ever felt crazy. So if you were in an abusive situation as a kid and your abusers actively gaslit you, Anya. And last but not least of the 7 core traumas, number 7, we have another Sanskrit word, nirasa. Mania, psychosis, bipolar highs, so manic episodes. Paranoia, paranoid schizophrenia. This is also the crown chakra, which technically isn't even a chakra, it's technically a portal. It is the first time you ever truly felt hopelessness, total discontent, and total separation from God and self. It is the life has no meaning trauma. So, in another video, I'm going to get into the different ways that we can actively heal this. Very easy. We don't have to make this complicated as much as our everyday human minds want to overcomplicate and extend things past what they should be. I will get into this in another video, but I wanted to finally give a breakdown on the 7 core traumas, explain exactly what they are, and see if you can relate. So if you can relate, and if you feel as if you're actively going through this, let me know in the comments down below. We'll sort you out. Okay, love you. Bye.